Hello, Assalamu alaikum. My name is Mohammad Ilyas. I'm from Pakistan and I have been working in Singapore as postdoctorate researcher for last 2 years. Um, so first, I will introduce about my academics. So I graduated from University of Engineering and Technology, Texla, Pakistan in year 2000 in electrical engineering BSc. So I have a master degree in electrical engineering and computer science from Seoul National University, South Korea in 2008, and PhD degree from University of Science and Technology, South Korea in robotics engineering in 2016. So I have more than 14 years work experience in industry and academia. So I worked for 10 years in Pakistan in a public sector organization which is called NESCOM in Islamabad. And I worked about 1.5 years in South Korea in university and university research center as a junior researcher before starting PhD. So after PhD completion in 2016, I joined UET Lahore in Pakistan as an assistant professor. Uh, I worked there as an assistant professor in electrical engineering department for about 1.5 years before coming to Singapore in March 2018. So from March 2018, I have been working as postdoctoral researcher in electrical engineering department. Uh, so currently, I am in Nanyang Technological University (NTU) in electrical and electronics engineering department as a researcher. So my research interest lies in robotics mainly because my PhD is in robotics, so especially in the area of localization and mapping. Um, so currently, I have been working during post on the machine learning, deep learning, and artificial intelligence application in robotics, in mobile robotics and manipulators. So I have more than 13 or 14 years, around 14 years work experience. Um, three years of post PhD and about more than 10 years before starting PhD. That's it. This is my introduction. Thank you very much. Hi class. This is the problem we have to solve today uh, to find the value of load resistance RL for maximum power transfer in a circuit. So this circuit is given here, which has one voltage source and one current source, and it is a DC circuit, which is a linear, meaning that elements are constant, and with resistive load. So what is maximum power transfer theorem? So we recap it first of all, that it says that a load resistance will receive maximum power when its resistance becomes equal to Thevenin resistance. So when load resistance becomes equal to Thevenin resistance, then the maximum power will be delivered from the network to the load. So what is Thevenin resistance and what is Thevenin voltage? We'll see shortly. So this is the formula, which we are not going to derive it here, but this is given that by the maximum power theorem, that for maximum power transfer to the load is V Thevenin square divided by 4 multiplied by R Thevenin. So we are going to find these two elements of this circuit, V Thevenin and R Thevenin, shortly. So first, small recap that we have you already have studied the resistance in series and resistance in parallel. So these are the formulas which will be used in this to solve this problem. For example, if we have two resistances in series, so their equivalent resistance can be obtained just by adding up these resistances. And similarly, if two resistances are in parallel, so we can obtain the equivalent resistance by a product of the resistance divided by the sum of the resistance. So this is the small recap. The another thing which will be helpful in solving this problem is the Kirchhoff current law. which states that the current entering any junction or node is equal to the current leaving that junction or node. So, for example, if this is a junction here, a node, so current I1 and I4 are leaving this node, and I2 and I3 are entering this node. So we can write up that sum of the leaving currents is equal to sum of the entering currents. So this is the Kirchhoff voltage law, current law, which will be used to solve this problem. So this is our original circuit. So in the first step, we are going to solve it for the Thevenin resistance, which means that we will remove the load resistance first from here, and then look into the circuit from this side, and we will short the voltage sources and open the current sources. So this is the resultant circuit after doing this process. And now if we look from terminal A and B, where the load resistance was originally attached, which we have removed already, so we see that the resistance 6 ohm and 12 ohm are now in parallel, because they are connecting at this point and at this point, and so they are in parallel. So if the two resistances are parallel, we can find the equivalent resistance. So as is here, so it is 4 is it turns out to be 4 ohm. So this circuit will then transform to this form. So now when we look from terminal A and B, so resistances 2 ohm, 3 ohm and 4 ohm are in series. So just by adding up these three resistances, we can find the equivalent resistance, which is 9 ohm in this case, when we look from terminal A to B. So this resistance, which is the equivalent resistance of this whole circuit, when we come from left to right by finding the equivalent resistance in parallel and series resistance, this resultant resistance is called the Thevenin resistance of this circuit. We have found it 9 ohm. Now let's, in the step 2, we are going to find the Thevenin voltage. The process is start like that. We remove the load resistance first, and then we assign the nodes, prominent nodes in the circuit. So in this case, in this circuit, we find two nodes. But this is the V1 node and V2 nodes, or first node or second node, and then we arbitrarily assign the currents entering to the nodes. For example, here we assign I1 entering in the node 1, and I3 entering in the node 1, and I2 and leaving the node 1. Similarly, at node 2, we see that I5 is leaving the this node, I4 is entering, and I3 is leaving. In fact, I5 is 0 because there is no current in 2 ohm resistance, because the path is open. So there is this current is in fact 0. So when we apply the KCL here at node 1, so we get the some of the currents which are entering that node is equal to the sum of the currents leaving the node, which is actually I2 only. So I1 plus I2 is equal to I3. Now we use the Ohm law. So Ohm law says that V is equal to IR. So I is equal to voltage divided by resistance. So we apply this Ohm law to I1, I3, and I2. So for I1, which is running from left to right here, from this node to this node, so we see that the voltage at this node with respect to this ground is 12 volt, and voltage of this node with respect to ground is V1. So the resultant voltage will be 12 minus V1 divided by this resistance, which is 6 ohm. So 12 minus V1 divided by 6 ohm is the expression for I1, and for I2, we see that voltage is current is running from this node 2 to node 1. So we can find the expression for I3 running from node 2 to node 1 as V2 minus V1 divided by this resistance. So V2 minus 1 divided by this resistance. And similarly, the current running down to from node 1 is simply this voltage divided by this resistance, which is V1 divided by 12 ohm. So after simplifying these equations, this equation, we come to the this equation that 7V1 minus 4V2 is equal to 24. Similarly, when we apply KCL to the node 2, which is here, so we see that I3 is leaving, I5 plus I5 leaving is equal to I4. I5 is in fact 0, so at least no, and I4 is given, which is 2 ampere. and we have to write expression for I3, which we already written here, V2 minus V1 divided by 3. So when we simplify this equation, it turns out to V minus V1 plus V2 is equal to 6. So now we have to solve these two equations, equation number 1 and equation number 2. We have two equations and we have two variables V1 and V2, where we are interested in V2. Why? Because V2 is equal to is actually the voltage which is across terminals A and B, which we are interested in, because which is called the Thevenin voltage. In fact, why this voltage VAB is equal to V2? Because there is no current flowing through this resistor and there is no voltage drop. So this essentially this voltage at V2 and voltage at terminal A should be same. So V2 is in fact our Thevenin. So we solve these two equations to find V2, and we turn out that V2 is equal to, when we multiply equation number 2 with 7, we get this equation, and we add with equation 1, and finally we get 3V2 is equal to 66, and V2 turns out to be 22 volts in this circuit. So we have found Thevenin resistance, we have found the Thevenin voltage. Now the maximum power transfer theorem says that the power will be transferred maximally to the load when the load resistance becomes equal to Thevenin resistance, which is equal to 9 ohm in our circuit. So we find the value of this maximum power, which is V Thevenin squared divided by 4 RL, which is 22 squared divided by 4 multiplied by 9, and turns out to be 13.44 watt. So this is how we solve this problem using Thevenin theorems, KCL, Ohm's law, and series and parallel resistances. And it turns out that we have found the load resistance, which is 9 ohm, and we found the maximum power transfer, which is 13 watt, 13.44 watt in this case. Thank you very much.